Hello, and welcome to this special Christmas episode of Anime Audio Commentary. Today I'll be commenting on episode 18 of Ore Monogatari. If you'd like to watch along, then start watching now. Alright, so it's interesting that we're sort of picking up with Kurihara again. Although I guess it makes sense seeing as how, this seems like a nice romantic moment, and the end of the previous episode talked about how they had already been kissing and all that. So, I guess it's nice to know that Yamato's not the only one who's sort of, disconcerted by the speed of their relationship. That said, Takeo's got, some slow ideas about moving forward romantically. So this episode is going to be focusing on Takeo's birthday, and I was sort of thinking last night that, this might be a nice sort of wholesome inversion on the previous birthday episode, whereby Yamato plans a bunch of activities and fun things to do or something like that. But, seeing as how, the topic of kissing has come up, I feel like, this might be the episode. Especially seeing as how we, the audience, know that Yamato really wants this to happen, and Takeo is, maybe not hesitant, but he has some definite ideas about when it should happen. Not that he wouldn't be open to the possibility of something sooner. Yeah, kissing is definitely on his mind. And I think it is nice that they're going to visit a shrine and all that. That's, I don't want to call it stereotypical per se, but that seems to be a kind of trope, where they visit a shrine, check and see how their luck will be for the year, or in regards to romance, and, usually there's some sort of a good omen, or if there's a bad omen, then they just kind of promptly ignore it and resolve to, contravene fate. Now, it is nice that, once again, Ai has returned, although, there's no sign of Oda so far, and, there's still time, there's still, 6 episodes or so I'm not giving up hope, but I'd like Ai and Oda to have a happy ending, too. Just hit, a trifecta of 3 couples or something like that. Now, it is interesting that Makoto's actually, sort of involved in this episode, because in the last one, he was sort of this ascended third wheel, whereby everybody seemed to be hanging out and doing stuff, and he was just sort of there. Sure, he was paired off with, the other guys and all that, but I feel like, he didn't particularly want to be there. That said, it seems like the big issue he's going to be helping with is this whole kissing business. You know, Yamato's being not remarkably subtle here. You know, how would Takeo feel if a girl tried to kiss him? I mean, I guess the big issue is the height difference. You'd have to get him to stoop down, but, yeah. That's unfortunate that Makoto is the bearer of bad news. But Yamato, bless her heart, she's willing to go along with it. You know, it is good that there is a sort of voice of reason here, you know. Like, that's what he said, but he was probably speaking off the cuff, you know. This is something the two of you would have to work out between yourselves. Man, he's reading Dostoevsky. That's something, alright. That's some bleak Russian literature. I guess that's what you read when you suffer PTSD flashbacks like that. Wow. So I'd imagine that maybe like this kiss will factor in as a sort of birthday gift or something like that. Alright, so that's a little update. You know, Oda's been a bit more forthright ever since that trip to the theme park, but, you know, he is notably absent from the episode. And, you know, that's another plot point, Takeo's unborn sibling and all that. Yeah, you know, with only 6 episodes left, I feel like that's got to get resolved at some point. And, you know, it might be interesting if it happened in this episode, if there was a sort of choice between Takeo's birthday and, I guess, witnessing the delivery and all that. Similar to how on Yamato's birthday it was either her birthday or the heart surgery. That would be interesting. But I do think it's worth noting that Yamato called him up right at the stroke of midnight to wish him a happy birthday. I mean, I'm glad he appreciates it, because I certainly wouldn't appreciate being woken up so early. So I'm trying to remember when exactly his birthday was, but seeing as how they're wishing each other New Year, Happy New Year, rather. Is his birthday like December 31st or something, or, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting, having a birthday right near Christmas. Yeah, you know, that is interesting, having a birthday on a major holiday, like celebrating the new year and all that. That's, I don't know, that's gotta be interesting, because I feel like your birthday and any celebration thereof would sort of get lumped in with the holiday. Yeah, they certainly picked a busy day to visit the shrine, but I guess, you know, seeing as how that's the holiday, you wouldn't really do it any other time unless you were particularly religious. Yeah, so Yamato's calling attention to having a new baby. I feel like that might be a little hint that something's gonna happen. So Takeo got great luck, Yamato got small luck. I'm not sure what exactly the different things mean, but I would assume small luck is like just on the good side of positive, you know? They also receive interesting romantic advice, you know, Yamato being told to be more forthright, and Takeo being told to, you know, just sleep on it, wait and see. So, I think that's a pretty clear indication of what should happen, you know. Yamato was sort of right in her instinct that she should make the first move. Yeah, you know, that cake... I don't want to say, like, she baked a cake under false pretenses, but I feel like, there's definitely an ulterior motive at work here. Not a bad one, per se, but, there definitely is one. Ooh boy. Is she gonna do it, I wonder? Unfortunately, it seems like the moment has been lost. Although it's interesting that Takeo's mom's just sort of like, you know, hey, we're gonna be gone for a long time, you know, behave and all that, wink wink, nudge nudge. I'm wondering if this wasn't an accident on her part. Of course, it seems like they're not going to have much in the way of peace and quiet, seeing as how Takeo now has other visitors. I'm not quite sure who these guys are. Well, there we go, I guess. You know, former classmates, so they sort of know Takeo, and now they all want to visit and celebrate and do all that. Yeah, you know, I guess it's rather unfortunate that I think Yamato had some plans that are now being thoroughly derailed. You know, she certainly doesn't strike me as the person to sort of like kick them all out. In no small part because this is Takeo's room and everything, but if I were in her position, I'd feel a little put out. So that's interesting, like a little stuffed bear as a present. I mean, that sort of fits, you know. Takeo is often referred to as being a bear or bear-like. And, you know what, he certainly is big and cuddly like a teddy bear, so, you know, why not? I guess it fits. Now, it's interesting that after a brief consultation with Makoto, she cooked, once again, the first thing she'd ever cooked for him before. You know, that is a nice gesture, I think. Although I do find it interesting that Takeo's birthday and all that, it being on a holiday, you know, they don't have a big, elaborate list of events and things to do, you know, they're just sort of hanging out, enjoying each other's company. Yeah, I think Yamato's definitely steeling herself to try something. You know, I think there's something very cute about this. Normally, I don't like being the recipient of the song Happy Birthday, but there's an extra sort of sincerity to this. You know, Yamato having baked the cake and done everything. Oh, here we go. This is where the subterfuge comes into play here. You know, you have to, close your eyes, think about a wish, and then blow out the candles. But, yeah, you know, I think this is a position that's ripe for a sneak attack, so to speak. So, you know, he might be wishing for something, but, boy howdy, is he getting something else. Now, I guess, wish granted, you know? Alright, there we go. You know, best possible outcome. I guess that's incredibly typical of him. He doesn't seem to have noticed, or if he did, he's much more interested in the cake. You know, it almost seemed like for a second that she was afraid he would admonish her, but, yeah, you know, it's interesting you'd get like a big kitchen knife for the cake, you know. I think that's a little excessive. Yeah, you know, in retrospect, when you make such a beautiful cake, this was probably bound to happen, that he would be so utterly focused on it that, you know, you can't really derail that train of thought. Yeah, you know, compared to Yamato's birthday, this one was pretty low-key, in no small part due to the lack of any medical emergencies. But I don't think it was any less sweet for having been comparatively relaxed. I mean, sure, we didn't get that exact payoff I thought we would from the kiss, but I guess that's kind of how real life is, too, in a sense. You know, sometimes things just happen. Now that's a very nice line, you know. For Yamato, today is New Year's Day. It's my birthday. And, you know, he's not saying that in a sort of grandiloquent way, but it's more like, you know, Yamato cares more about his birthday than she does for the holiday that it coincidentally falls on. Alright, so I feel like Makoto might drop a bit of a bomb on Takeo, you know. Like, hey, did she happen to kiss you too? You know, did you notice that? Oh. Oh, that's bad. A bug landed on my mouth. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Yeah, you know, I guess, maybe I can't entirely blame him for not putting two and two together if he genuinely thought it was a bug, but, yeah, that really puts things into perspective now, you know. It wasn't a bug, it was in fact a kiss, and that means, I guess you have to reckon with the consequences of that now. Yeah, you know, I guess in retrospect, the signs were there. You know, you got a gift you'll never forget. Just a shame you didn't realize what it was when it happened. So I guess the only question now is, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna get another payoff where, Takeo sort of admits that he's kind of stupid, he didn't quite understand what's going on, and that, they should do it properly now? I think that would be nice. Oh dear, he's like, you know, did you kiss me? You know, as if it weren't clear. But, you know, here we go. Let's do it again and do it properly this time. And I guess it's good, good for Yamato to hear that coming from him, especially when, he was fixated on autumn of his third year in high school. Which, by my reckoning, is like, what, a year and a half away? Something like that? Alright, this is some nice, sweet stuff. I really do like how Ore Monogatari manages to sort of balance silliness and serious romance. You know? Because, like, this is something that could very easily be construed as kinda silly. And it was to a degree, but, you know, now they're playing it seriously and it works. So this is a bit unusual that there's a little bit more than just the stinger at the end. You know, it's good that Takeo recognizes that all of this essentially would have gone to waste had Makoto not set him on the right path. Oh dear, some things never change, you know. I mean, once the first kiss is over, you can have the second whenever you want to, you know. You don't have to schedule it. Poor Takeo. You know, he's really lucky that he does have people like Makoto to help him. Alright, so I guess this is the next milestone, Valentine's Day and other anniversaries. Alright, well that's it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, then by all means, tune in for the next one. Merry Christmas, Space Cowboy.